Maryland Cryptid Museum, Part 2, Succubi. The cleric Abramo translated 2 texts from the Library of Venus. It was his life's work and was possibly the most difficult task he had ever undertaken. The books were written over a period of 6,000 years by the great thinker Glu, one of the first vampire. His words were the basis of the language of the vampire, known as Esot. Over the millennia the language evolved, and so any system of decoding would have to be rethought every few chapters, and left alone in his task, Abramo struggled a great deal in his attempts to finally unravel the ideology of this secretive culture. In the late 18th century, an oil prospector in Texas found a series of caves below his land. He cursed this bad luck but decided to attempt to drill beneath this unfortunate void. Within the caverns, he found no sign of oil, but a faint orange light that seemed to phosphoresce in the dark. On closer inspection, the light emanated from huge stone masses that descended from the ceiling in conical forms. The lights were very faint, but sure enough, scattered the entire surface of the cones. As his eyes adjusted to the light, he noticed that these strange stone growths were actually collections of ossified bodies, hundreds of small childlike figures, huddled together, and the light seemed to come from their chests, 2 oblong amber shapes beneath the leather-like skin. He dug his pick into one and watched the liquid drain from the corpse. He dipped his finger in the resin and felt a bizarre sensation, one of great invigoration, a sense of well-being and strength. He collected a little of the substance and ingested it. 2 weeks passed and he had harvested an entire column of the strange mummified creatures that hung like stalactite mausoleum from his cave ceiling. His addiction to the substance which he called furnace had got the better of him, and its physical effect was noticeable. To all intents and purposes, furnace was a form of adrenaline, with the qualities of a steroid. He was now collecting barrels of the glands from the presumed dead creatures and selling it at a huge price to townsfolk. It was soon common knowledge that a far greater wealth than oil could be found beneath the plains of Texas, and soon he was offered more money than he could ever wish for the land he now owned. But what he had found was not a boon. The creatures themselves were not dead, but in a state of suspended animation, and the glands stored a substance that would not only allow them to awaken but also to power their first flight. 4 times this creature had awoken since the dawn of life on the planet. In 280 million years, they had changed very little, existing in a state of serenity and peace as they slept, all of them part of cerebral network of thought that transcended our own understanding of existence, and all of them aware. And at the apex of their culture, the matriarch, the one Glu feared, the great receiver, through her the universe sings its agonizing song. They wanted only for 2 things, to sleep and be part of the lattice of thought, and to feed. And when they fed, they would gorge until there was nothing left, and then descend into the bowels of the earth and dream again for eternity. They are the succubi, and they will awaken.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.